What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another exciting episode of ForneverNews! In this episode, as always, boy, do we've got some stories to talk about. And it's a long laundry list, so we're gonna just run down it really quick before we get into it. For starters, we got an update on the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure latest edition of the manga, the ongoing manga right now. We got a major update and accomplishment for the author of Demon Slayer. We got an Eden's Zero contest announcement. There's winners that it's actually going to impact some characters in the manga. Two major accomplishes for the Demon Slayer franchise and series. Another big thing for Demon Slayer. Yeah, a lot of Demon Slayer news in this episode. A little bit of controversy regarding the latest update on the sales of the Burn the Witch manga. Got a little bit of news for Jujutsu Kaisen and some video game stuff. Undead Unluck's popularity poll. Anime Japan 2021 stages and a list of manga that they want to be seen animated. Jujutsu Kaisen's official fan book. Jujutsu Kaisen, very funny stuff with the voice actor, something that the voice actor of Yuji did that everybody's going crazy over. We got a little update with the Black Lagoon author that, yeah, I'm excited. Couple of pieces of One Piece news. Boruto had a latest win that it took that I'm very happy about. And a little more Jujutsu Kaisen news. Yeah, a ton of stories in this one. So without further ado, people, let's jump into this exciting episode of ForneverNews! The only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related, and we don't bore you. We get into it. Let's do it.
No matter how you feel, get it done. No matter how you feel, get it done. No matter how you feel, get it done. No matter how you feel, get it done.
Okay, people, so first up, we got an update for the latest edition of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Apparently, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 8, JoJolion by Hirohiko Araki, will be on break in the March 2021 Ultra Jump magazine issue. So if you're a big JoJo fan, you're caught up to the latest part, which there are some people that are, believe it or not, caught up in the latest chapter of the manga. I myself am an anime only. I am loving the adaptation from David Productions, but yeah, it'll be taking a break, which, I don't know, is that common for Araki to take a break? Either way, just wanted to give you guys an update. Next up, Demon Slayer. Apparently, the creator of Demon Slayer, Koyoharu Gotoge, has been selected for the Time 100 Next List, making the first time a mangaka has been recognized for such an achievement. Major congrats on that one. Very well deserved. I mean, Demon Slayer has broken record after record, did so many incredible things, so yeah, props to that. Eden's Zero contest announcement. There's winners that it's actually going to impact some characters in the manga. The character of the project finally appears in the main story to be released next week, which I think this already passed, but basically there was a contest where Hiromashima said design some characters and he'll pick the favorite ones that he'll actually incorporate into the manga. I think that's really dope, giving the fans a taste of feeling like, you know, they have a say in the manga to a certain small degree. Obviously, it's just some character designs, but yeah, they have a couple of different designs and they look cool. Again, I'm not caught up on Eden Zero at this point. I probably will stick with the anime for the time being because it's about to come out in a couple months anyways, but yeah, little cool edition of news for Eden Zero. We got a small story regarding a publisher reissuing Classroom of Elite Volume 7 and is reevaluating editorial choices for Mushoku Tensei after complaints of omitted/rewritten text, which I just wanted to talk about that briefly. We're not going to dive that deep because it's something that we just heard the My Hero Academia controversy of people saying that they were rewriting dialogue and things like that, and now we have a case of this, so maybe there might be some validity to what's being said regarding it. It might not actually be the, you know, person that's translating themselves, because again, there's a lot of hands that go into play into that stuff, but maybe there's something with these publishers that they're just not being faithful to, you know, the source material. So I don't know, it's weird. Next up, we have an update on the creator of Bleach's latest work, Burn the Witch, and the volume sales, because according to Oricon's yearly individual volume sales ranking, Burn the Witch is in 168th position with a total of 229,948 copies sold in 2020, which, you think about it, that volume came out, what, towards the end of 2020? So like, it probably sold a ton more since then, and honestly, 229,000 copies of a manga is not that bad. A lot of people are saying, oh, Burn the Witch flopped and this and that. Like, that's pretty good. And in terms of volume ones that came out for 2020, it was like in the top 5, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, congrats to Kubo. That is not bad at all. Like, they see 168th position, but they don't realize that, like, first of all, a lot of those positions are probably taken up by like One Piece volumes, Demon Slayer volumes, Jujutsu Kaisen, and this was just a one volume story from Tite Kubo. So with his return doing that, That's really dope. I mean, you could argue, I guess, like, oh, but it had, you know, it was a Bleach spinoff, but really, realistically, aside from them being in a certain section of the Serete, how much of, you know, Bleach influence did this have? So, yeah, I don't know. I think that's a dope accomplishment. Shout outs to Burn the Witch. I'm still looking forward to part 2 whenever we get it. Next up, we got a cool update for Demon Slayer. It says Kimetsu no Yaiba has currently 1 million copies in circulation in the US. So congrats to Demon Slayer. I know a lot of people probably thinking like 1 million, that's it. But in the US, mind you, we don't sell as many copies of manga as Japan. Manga comes from Japan, so of course they sell a bajillion times more over there than they do over here. So 1 million copies, that's really dope. And Demon Slayer is a fairly newer title, so shout outs to Demon Slayer. I don't see anything bad about that at all. Next up, an interesting story regarding Demon Slayer, Mugen Train, which again, I haven't updated it in a while, but apparently Demon Slayer is currently the second highest anime film worldwide, gross-wise, money-wise. Like, it's number 1 in Japan as far as like any film in Japan ever released. It's the highest grossing of all time. But in terms of worldwide, there's only one film, if I'm not mistaken, and that's still Spirited Away, that worldwide is beating out Demon Slayer. And Demon Slayer, if I'm not mistaken, according to this article, is only about $40 million away from surpassing Spirited Away for worldwide highest gross, which that's a tall order. Don't get me wrong, $40 million is a lot, but it still hasn't released in a lot of places like the US, for example. So we'll see where this ends up. But honestly, to be the second highest anime film worldwide, that is phenomenal. It has like $300+ million in revenue. Insane. Next up, a small update for Undead Unluck. It says Undead Unluck will hold an online character popularity poll from February 22nd to March 22nd as part of its first anniversary project. People will also be able to vote once a day. So it seems as though they're starting to go into that pattern similar to what they're doing with the One Piece worldwide popularity poll, where you could vote once a day and things like that. And that's going to be interesting to see. I'm not caught up on Undead Unluck, but from where I left off, I remember I was really enjoying it and like what they're doing with the story. So maybe I'll catch up real soon. I don't know. I'm liking it so far, and shout outs to Undead Unluck. We got another Demon Slayer story. Apparently Kimetsu no Yaiba will start a collaboration campaign with McDonald's in March, gifting different sets of stickers and Happy Meals. That would be amazing to get over here. Like, I think the only thing we've had anime related in a while was they got Pokemon again and the Happy Meals and things like that. I would love a Demon Slayer Happy Meal. My ass, I would be up in there like, yo, let me get like 20 of them Happy Meals, son. I need that Tanjiro Demon Slayer Happy Meal, you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Japan, they get all the good stuff. Got a small update with Jujutsu Kaisen. It says Jujutsu Kaisen will have a special collaboration with the mobile game White Cat Project, starring Yuji Itadori as a new character. So I've seen that before, with like they'll use like Yu Yu Hakusho is going to be a part of a game. I'm not a big fan of that, but for people that, are desperate to play as like a Yuji Itadori or a Jujutsu Kaisen character in a video game, this might be a chance. Boy, I wish Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen were popping off when Jump Force came out, even though I know a lot of people have problems with Jump Force, but just to play as them would have been awesome. Small update, apparently a character book for Jujutsu Kaisen is coming out, and the cover looks insane. It got Yuji and then him in his Sukuna form. Looks really dope. We also have a hilarious story. The voice actor for Yuji Itadori was commissioned and actually went through with it with changing a line for the Jujutsu Kaisen anime. Again, it's a small clip, it's not an official thing, but the part where he says he likes women like Jennifer Lawrence, it was changed to he likes women like Meg the Stallion. And oh my god, I love hearing it. This should be the official canon line.
I'm Yuji Itadori. I like girls like Megan the Stallion.
We got an update regarding Anime Japan, which is like a big festival with a bunch of announcements and stuff like that. For starters, these are the stages for Anime Japan 2021. It says March 27th will be Demon Slayer. March 28th will be My Hero. Alongside March 28th, we'll get a Jujutsu Kaisen one as well. And then all through March 28th, we'll have World Trigger, Dr. Stone, and Dragon Quest. So all of them are getting stages. Not sure what the announcements are going to be. I would love a Jujutsu Kaisen film. I don't know what the hell they would do, if they would do like Demon Slayer with adapting an arc or something, but I'd be all for it, baby. And also, there's an Anime Japan 2021 manga we want to see animated nominee, and on the list a few titles we see as A Gravity Boys, Gaming Lady, Kaiju number 8, Marshall, Undead Unluck, Mission Yozakura Family. Out of all of them, honestly, Spy X Family is on there as well. That's getting an anime. Kaiju number 8, with the success it's seeing, that's getting an anime. Undead Unluck, all of those are getting an anime anyway, so it didn't really need to be nominated. Like, I can guarantee majority of them are going to get manga and anime, unless there's like some freaking weird scandal or some crazy shit happens, like what happened with Act Age or some shit with that creep shit that the author did. But yeah. Next up, apparently Black Lagoon. It's been very, very quiet for many years for Black Lagoon, but according to this, it says breaking news: Rei Hiro, the creator of the smash hit Black Lagoon, will have a special announcement on March 18th for the GX magazine. So we could very well be seeing something with Black Lagoon. I'm not sure. I think the manga has still been releasing chapters here and there, so I don't know if it'll be a big return of it or maybe a Black Lagoon movie with some of the chapters since the anime ended, because I know for a while the anime was caught up with the manga, but I'm imagining because it's been years since it came back, so maybe there's enough chapters to do like a movie or something, or OVAs like Roberta's Blood Trail. Like, Black Lagoon deserves better, man. The author, come on fam, give us something. Just a small story regarding My Anime List. Apparently Kodansha, Shueisha, and Shogakukan invested in the My Anime List website through third-party allotment. I'm not sure what allotment means, but basically they're going to have their hands in My Anime List, which is shocking. And honestly, I thought for a while of myself I wanted to invest in My Anime List. I thought it was a really neat idea, so shout outs to these giant publishers coming in and swooping on an idea I had of investing in them. I would love to have invested in them because I kind of believe in the website and what they do. And if you're unfamiliar with My Anime List, it's basically where you catalog all the anime and manga you've watched and read, and it tells you how many days worth of anime you've seen and manga you've read and stuff like that. Next up, we got a little update on the sales for the latest One Piece volume, and apparently in its second week, the latest One Piece volume did 318,000. In total, One Piece in 2 weeks has done 1.556 million copies. It's about on par with what the last volume did, so it's not a major dip, but I just look at these numbers and I think of One Piece in its heyday where it was doing 2 and 3 million upon release, and you can definitely see the decline, but at the very least it's staying on point with more or less what the last volume did, which isn't bad. And again, those numbers, like I've said last time, is most manga dream and wish they could reach that level. And Phantom Seer, like we talked about in a recent episode of ForneverNews, is at almost 20,000 with its latest volume, so very, very huge pickup on that series, and I could see Phantom Seer sticking around after seeing this growth. Next up, I talked about it already in my Jujutsu Kaisen episode review, but in case you didn't hear, Jujutsu Kaisen in the Crunchyroll Awards has won Best Anime of the Year, and I mean, it kind of deserves it. It wasn't finished, so I feel a little certain way. Like, this is for 2020, and we only had the first half of Season 1 in 2020, and also, like, series like Re:Zero wasn't nominated for Best Anime of the Year. Yeah, major congrats to Jujutsu Kaisen, and as a whole, where we're at right now with Episode 19, this shit combined is like, my god, it's definitely an Anime of the Year worthy series, so congrats, and MAPPA, they deserve to get any recognition for what they're doing. We also have a provisional list for the One Piece worldwide popularity poll of what's looking like it's going to be the winners of the popularity poll. And in the top 5 at the very least, we got number 5 Ace, 4 Law, 3 Sanji, 2 Zoro, and 1 Luffy. So honestly, that's what you would for the most part expect, but it's going to be the rest of the list that's going to be interesting to see because, there's some manipulation there of fandoms that want a certain character, but either way, it's looking kind of standard protocol in this preliminary list that we have so far anyway. Boruto takes a huge win despite the fact that people be saying all sorts of reckless stuff. Boruto yet again surpasses the 1 million readership mark on Manga Plus, surpassing One Piece at number 2 with 700,000, Boruto at over 1 million, and with the latest chapter 55, I understand why. Boruto, it's crazy with all the hate that it gets, so many people freaking read it. Over 1 million? That is nuts. And you could say whatever it's carrying from Naruto's name, that's true. It still has over 1 million readers. And I know popularity doesn't equate quality, I know. And holy shit, people, we just talked about a ton of stories, but I'm very, very curious what you guys thought about today's stories. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure going on break, Demon Slayer authors recognition with Times, Eden Zero's contest, Demon Slayer 1 million copies in the US, Demon Slayer Mugen Train second biggest anime film worldwide, Demon Slayer's McDonald's collab, Burn the Witch's manga sales for the first volume in 2020, Jujutsu Kaisen's video game collab, Undead Unluck's popularity poll, Anime Japan 2021, Jujutsu Kaisen's official fanbook, the Black Lagoon author's announcement. What do you think that's going to be? I really hope it's something anime related. Please let it be anime related. One Piece sales, your thoughts on that? The preliminary results for the One Piece worldwide popularity poll, again, it seems kind of predictable. Boruto 1 million plus readers on Manga Plus, and Jujutsu Kaisen winning anime of the year on Crunchyroll. Well deserved for Mappa. I just feel a little certain way because it wasn't completed, but whatevs. And your thoughts on any of the stories we covered in today's episode? I know it was a ton, but I had to bring you guys the news. That's all I have for this one though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace in. And you guys just watched another episode of ForneverNews. Have an awesome day.
So just go.